Later. Sixth period has finally met its end. Sixth period is over and it's a Friday. That is a rare and wonderful combination that only happens once a week. I now have approximately 64 hours before I have to return here to the campus of Whitehall Junior High. A sense of lazy relief washes over me as I gather up my books and fight my way through the crowds that are rapidly accumulating in the hallways of the Upshaw building. As is my routine, I carry my sixth period books home with me so I can totally avoid a troublesome visit to the cluttered metal hat box that is my locker. I set off across campus. The sky above me is still gray and joyless. My yellow and black Steelers jacket provides me with at least some relief from the lingering winter elements. I shove my free hand into my jacket pocket to keep it safe from the cool, damp air. Within a noisy and dissipating crowd, I meet up with Aaron English. We're both heading towards the main administration building. For my part, I'm going to drop off my books at the bus stop and then head off to Big Jim's for a few quarters worth of Star Wars the arcade game, or maybe Defender, whichever game is unoccupied by the time I get there. Aaron intends to do the same, but first he persuades me to join him on some mad errand he's running. He explains that he's supposed to meet some unspecified person inside the administration building and then give them some sort of unspecified thing. After that he'll be free to go. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to the details of what he's telling me.
Come on, man, it won't take but a minute.
He gestures to me without looking back in my direction. I sigh. Like some blind idiot incapable of finding my own path in life, I wander along behind him. A line of dirty, yellow buses waits impatiently on the blacktop beside the administration building. Their engines are running and putting off clouds of foul, white exhaust. The lead bus sits atop a hole in the pavement where broken chunks of blacktop and tan gravel mix together in a standing pool of muddy water. Students scurry around, dragging books and backpacks with them and setting them down in untidy piles beneath the shelter of the front porch of the administration building. People crowd around in packs and make noise while others load themselves onto the waiting buses. Realizing that Big Jim's arcade games will most likely be tied up by the time I get to them, I nevertheless follow Aaron beneath the porch and onto the concrete that is always gritty with dust, mud, and sand. I drop my books onto the ledge of the short brick planter next to the office windows. I thrust aside the door behind Aaron and slip inside the building where, in a few brief minutes, only detention hall captives are supposed to be kept. We ease past the auditorium, main office, trophy case, and library, all of which are clustered within a few steps inside the building. Turning to the right, we head down the hallway. On the first classroom on my right I catch a glimpse inside the quiet holding cell that serves as detention hall. Someone inside looks up as I pass by, fixing me with a lonesome expression reminiscent of a captive animal. I try hard not to laugh. Aaron struts ahead of me in his trendy wine red parachute pants with their vast array of useless zippers and pockets. He has topped off that already questionable fashion statement with a striped short-sleeve shirt and silver neck chain. To complete the effect, Aaron's hair is done up in his wild brown afro perm. His silver wire-frame glasses magnify his shiny gray eyes that are just too spooky for words. And to think I'm actually following this guy tells you some unflattering things about my overall judgment, doesn't it? We pass a few sporadic stragglers along the way as they slam their lockers shut and charge off to catch a bus. With my shoes squeaking on the glossy yellow speckled floor, we reach the far end of the hall. To my left is a door leading to Mrs. Hubbard's English class and, beyond that, a secondary classroom belonging to Coach Doris. I have never been inside the coach's room. Nor, I will add, have I been inside Mr. Conrad's room on the right side of the hall. There are a number of large, gray, rectangular lockers lining the walls here. Real lockers. Not the kind of locker that you would have trouble squeezing a nearly empty bag of cotton balls into. Like mine.